Saw the tweet you had over the weekend after you checked out Tank's fight with Frank Martin. Basically, to paraphrase, you said, "Sparred him at 16, sparred him at 21, never had one problem. Play that tough guy shit with someone from Norfolk, Virginia, your hometown." Yeah, what'd you think of his fight with Martin? And yeah, man, expand on your sentiment that you shared. After watching it.
Shit, that fight was great for boxing, man. It really was, even though, a lot of it, majority of the fight was predictable. It was still great for boxing, man. Everybody tuned in and everybody got what they paid for, a spectacular knockout. And that's what sells in boxing. So that fight was great for boxing, man. And shit. Hats off to Frank Martin to get the biggest fight of his career. Going in there and competing. Hats off to Frank Martin and for Tank for doing what he do. Hats off to both of them guys, man, for real. And just in terms of what I said, for real, I just feel like Tank wasn't never really like on my radar for real. Like he wasn't like I never had a problem with Tank. He was always cool. And I was just like, when we run into each other, we gonna run into each other and shit. But it was a little situation that we had a disagreement on. And nigga, he had DM me. So after the DM, I just took it to another level. Cause I feel like, once you kind of disrespect me in a way that I don't give a fuck. Once you disrespect me, all the floodgates are open. And I felt like that DM was disrespectful. And we have after his fight, we exchanged words in the DMs and we kind of like hashed it out type shit.
Okay.
But I had already made my post on Facebook and I wasn't going back on what I had said because at the end of the day, I still want to fight you. Also, we got a little history. We don't got to be cool, but it's like we're not really friends. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna go back and be like, oh, I'm gonna take that shit down because we hashed it out. Nah, that shit's staying up there because we are gonna fight one day. Whenever you want to make it happen.
Well, stylistically, whatever it is in your style and your skill set, or even beyond style, like your temperament as a man and as a fighter, what is it that you think you have that could be a remedy for Tank in the ring? You could beat him.
I just feel like I'm the best at 135, period. I came into the game with this confidence and I got the same confidence. Again, like me and Tank got a little history, so like we got a little history. Like like I said, I never spoke on Tank like that. It's the first time I ever spoke on it, you feel what I'm saying? But I feel like I'm the best at 135, man. It's time for me to prove it. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I think I can do this better than Tank. I can knock
Right.
Tank out and I can do this and that third. No, I'm not gonna do that. He's a hell of a fighter. I'm a hell of a fighter. And but what I said on my Facebook post, it was just me keeping it real and just how I felt. And how I feel is it stands. I feel like I'm the best at 135 and I'm here to fight the best.
I remember actually I think after the time you sparred him the second time at 21, we did an interview and you praised his defense. You're like, I knew this guy could punch, but I didn't know he was slick like that.
Mhm.
Um, and but yet you're bigger that you're taller than him and putting on size even at lightweight, and you're a big lightweight. So you already said I'm not going to say I could do this or I could do that, but just stylistically, what would that fight look like? Because lately you've been throwing lots of combinations, and not too many guys are standing there to throw three, four, or five shots in front of Tank. They're too concerned about what's coming back. So what do you think it would look like?
Right. Well, with a fighter like me, man, like I'm gonna talk about myself. I'm not gonna talk about him.
Yeah,
Talk about myself. With a fighter like me, you cannot stand right there in front of me and just think you gonna block all these shots. I'm not talking about him because Pedraza tried to do the same thing with me and Nair Albright. So you can't just sit right there in front of me and try to play defense with me. It's just not gonna work. I'm too smart. I'm too fast, and I hit hard. I really do. So you're not gonna want to sit right there with me. You feel what I'm saying? So okay, boom. Naturally, I'm the bigger fighter. Okay, cool. I'm smart. I'm not. I don't get hit in fights. I don't. So that's number two. Um, I'm confident. Um, I just feel like in terms of like me, I'm bigger, I'm strong. I just feel like in terms of me, man, I got the whole package. I got the whole package. And if people probably say that about him, but I'm bigger, I'm younger, I'm just as fast, I'm strong. I might not be the hardest hitting 135, but I got power. You feel what I'm saying? So I just believe in myself, man. So I just feel like when it comes down to me and him, I think in terms of the matchup, this is the best matchup you can get in the 135 division.
You know, you wound up knocking out Pedraza in the same rounds he did, 6 rounds. To Tank's credit, when he did it, Pedraza was undefeated. He was a world champion at that time, but still, you do it in 6 rounds. What do you think that tells us, the fans and the viewers, media?
I think it more so tells it tells the viewers that okay, Keyshawn is on that. I want to say on that because y'all always want to say Shakur, Tank, fucking Ryan Garcia level, whatever the fuck that is. But I want to say like, okay, I'm stamped on that shit. Like I'm stamped. Like okay, I respect that, but it's always gonna take that one fight for me to get that like a Teofimo or like a Baranchik. For y'all to be like, damn, Keyshawn is ready. But in terms of Keyshawn, I've been telling y'all I was ready. Just give me an opportunity for me to show that. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just it really it is what it is, man.